Why? Okay.
Wow.
No, stop it. No more soundboards. Intro. Welcome to another glorious episode of the Gambit.
The glorious evolution.
Thank you, honey. Welcome to another great episode. I'm sorry it's been 3 weeks since we've had our last episode. We've all been very busy with things and stuff. You know, it is what it is. But we're back. Where music? What do you mean where music? Oh, right, I'm streaming the Discord. Okay, 1 second. There you go, there's the music.
Bingo cards ready, guys.
Your bingo. What bingo cards? What does that mean?
What
does that?
Everybody get your bingo cards out.
What does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Wrong campaign, Vazrik.
Well, the
That's
free
smart.
spot is someone annoys him with soundboards. So
That does not happen often enough for that to be on the soundboard. I'm sorry.
what do you mean? Pygo always uses the little hello thing.
No, Pygo will find
you point out
anything,
I'm not
any
Pygo.
and all reasons to annoy me. She doesn't need a soundboard. Anyways, Dungeons & Dragons. Yes, hello everyone. We're gonna be playing some Dungeons & Dragons, but everyone's evil because that's fun, you know?
Yeah.
At least to us. So, yeah, we're gonna do some of that today. I just spit on my computer screen. Anyways, let's go and get into some introductions. My name is Gallus. I'm the DM. That's all you need to know about me. So we're gonna go top to bottom of the Discord for intros with everybody, starting with Brisket.
Hello, I am DetectiveBrisket, and I am playing Martia, a human barbarian of the zealot variety. She is Moscovian, and the player is currently delirious and very sleepy, so I'm either going to be really, really weird today, or just not here at all.
We're all a little tired today, I think, so you're not the only one. Awesome. Next up is going to be my wife, Pygo. I almost said Bing Bong. This is my wife, Bing Bong.
Don't do it!
Introduce yourself.
Hello, his wife, and I'm gonna play a cat. We also do 3D modeling sometimes, and I'm done with school. Yay!
Ping
Yippee!
pong sounds sad.
As he always does. He's not handling the divorce very well.
Miss my wife.
Him.
Lovely, thank you so much. Thank you. Next up, Vazrik.
Hello, everybody. I'm Vazrik. I'm a blue tiefling VTuber. I also stream D&D. I'm streaming right now. I also will stream tomorrow morning with Monster Hunter D&D. Yeah!
Monster
Yeah.
Hunter!
Monster Hunter, what a... Yeah.
Hunter.
You can find out what happens tomorrow.
I'm also that.
Yeah.
It's me for me.
I'm playing Cormac. He may or may not be dead right now. Who knows? We'll find out. Oh, thank you.
Heck yeah. Next up, we got Icon.
I'm Icon. I play a changeling. They're a bard. Fuck you.
Wow, okay.
Aggressive.
I mean, this is an evil campaign, so I mean, that makes sense.
Or
Whoa.
at least that isn't within the first minute. Oh, no, wait, it is. Editing
Damn.
Gallus, answer that.
I am not censoring that. That requires effort, which I don't have. I post the VODs as is. That's the only time I've ever edited something out is when I think I accidentally said a slur one time.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Accidentally, right?
Yes,
Okay.
accidentally. It was a Freudian slip. Basically, I got the words "fae" and "hag"
Oh my god.
mixed together.
What the... I did the same thing.
Yeah. When you take the F in Fae and then the second half of Hag and mix those together. By the way, I'm bisexual, so I can say it. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but still, you know, don't say slurs on Twitch. Rule number 1.
Streaming, man.
Stop vine booming. Jesus Christ. I actually went into Discord and I turned up the volume for the soundboard because I couldn't hear it that well, and I'm regretting that. I was like, these are really quiet. Let me turn it up a little bit. Nope, bad idea. Gallus, you poor soul. It's okay. This was like 2 years ago. This is a long time ago, so I'm safe. The one time I had to properly edit something out of a YouTube video.
More Vine Boom?
Stop it. All right, last but not least, we have Xeris.
Hello, I am the magical dead Bing Bong.
Cool. Shut the fuck up.
I had to fill the empty space somehow.
I'm
guess.
playing the Runefrost wizard Eladrin of the group. There we go.
Amazing. Thank you. What the? Okay.
Cormac,
So, without further ado, also, as always, our sixth and final party member, Zorik, is most likely getting home from work at the moment, so, he will get here when he gets here. So, if at all, we'll see what happens.
Oh, turn up Xeris. Xeris voice.
I can turn up
And
Xeris.
She's watching from my end, so I had to turn him up.
What the fuck?
Oh. Well, I turned Xeris up anyway, so that's fine. It is what it is.
Yippee.
So, just that a little bit. We are going to go ahead and jump into tonight's session without further ado. So, let's jump into it, shall we? Turn down the music just a little bit. All right. Who out of our lovely group here would like to give the recap from last session?
I still have inspiration, so
I
Dude,
also
I'm
still have
prepared.
inspiration somehow.
I also still have inspiration.
we are hoarding again.
Okay, so last time on Yaga Unleashed, this is the wrong campaign.
Last time on Yaga Ballsy.
So last time on Yaga Unleashed, we opened up with Cormac mid-battle with the priests of the religion within Boschkov, and their golden-plated AKs. And the fight was going very well at first. Cormac killed a few people, and then the lead religious guy was like, "Hey, I need some help." And then Cormac got stormed by a load more people, and everybody who was on the outside, which was Martia, Chio, and Selfie, decided, yeah, he can take it. He could, in fact, not take it. Then we all had to, go and try and rescue Cormac, which we killed the rest of the religious people within the church. That's one way to put it.
That is what happened, yeah.
And then on the other side of things, I need to refresh my phrase, and Amagiri was encountered by a true sight catman whilst they were invisible raiding the king's vault up in the castle.
Not exactly, but similar.
Well, they did do that,
also
just,
wasn't fully
you know,
paying attention
little,
during that part of the
replace
session.
the vaults with the observatory, and you're
Nick.
basically spot on. They did the
Gotcha.
vault first,
I
then they
wasn't
went
paying
back
for-
for seconds, and then they got caught.
That true
Gotcha.
sight tiger dude was Shinnick, wasn't it?
That
Yes,
was,
it
yes,
King.
we confirmed it was indeed the very man himself, King Shenning.
Oh, I already have inspiration.
Well, now you get 2 points. Fuck it. It stacks. I decided.
I don't have inspiration.
Or you can give it to
Pygo, take my inspiration.
double it and give it to the next person.
Yes, at 5.
Pygo, you get my inspiration.
Thank you.
You're cool. I think I also gave the last recap now that I think about it.
That's okay. So, we left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger last session with Amagiri and Strays being confronted by King Shennig himself. However, half of that group is currently not here, so in the case that Zork does join us a bit late, we will come back to that scene in a little bit. Otherwise, we might just do that scene without Zork. So, in this case, we're going to cut over back to the other part of the group. Specifically, Cormac. You find yourself in a very familiar place. You are currently unconscious, which means that you are currently reminiscing in the back of your mind. If Cormac's mind was given visual clarity, what would that look like? What does your mind look like in this moment?
There are 2 halves to Cormac's mind. One half is a... Oh, well, there's Zork coming in.
There we go.
One half of his mind seems to be a almost regal kind of structure, almost gothic in its structure, right? Its architecture. And then the other half of this building, the fortress that is his mind, is made of bones and viscera.
Lovely. So,
And in the very center is the throne of his mind palace where he sits, which is also very similar, just cut down the middle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I would say in this moment, you knowing exactly what happened inside the chapel are just reminiscing on the events that transpired, what went wrong, what could have been done better, things like that. And within this mind palace of yours, you see a familiar face. You see the massive behemoth opposite side of the room, just about like 10-15 feet away from where you're currently sitting, kind of just pacing about the room. This tall crimson figure looks like it's made out of flesh and ooze and teeth. You see a manifestation of Vraltor. Very similar to your form when you officially transform, though in this case he's a little more jagged and a little bigger than you normally are. Probably say about 15 feet tall.
Actually large-sized.
Oh yeah, big boy, yeah. So he's currently just pacing about the room, and at one point he goes up to you and you gotta just plops down on the ground, sitting cross-legged, kind of leaning back a little bit, and says, "Welp, that could have been better."
The fact that we're in here means that we're not dead yet.
The fact that we're in here means that you are not dead yet. If you were dead, I'd be out there and looking for a new home. Thankfully, I don't have to look for any more real estate today. But
Good.
we do gotta talk about that.
Yes, brute force doesn't seem to work here. Not like it did on the island.
No.
We'll need a change of strategy then, Vraltor.
That we do, that we do. The fish tend to be a little bigger up north. So, what's the plan?
Stealth.
Stealth? That's it? Just be quiet?
No, not
Come on,
so simple.
elaborate. Give me something more to work with.
Rather than putting on a show with ourselves directly, we'll spread fear and terror by being a shadow that they never even see.
Alright, I'm listening.
Maybe a bit different from what we're used to, but we can work out the kinks as we go along. And when we wake up, I'm sure that those priests are going to have questions for us, unless the others decided to actually intervene. I'll use the magic that you have granted me to get away. From then, we'll pick off these religious pests one by one, rather than taking them on in their home turf.
That could work, that could work. Question for you. What about the others? The ones that you had standing outside waiting for you. I think I'm starting to see some untapped potential.
Maybe. Maybe Martia. She's strong, durable. Would make an excellent addition.
I think you might be right. All of them, honestly. They have so many delectable talents. Though, I will warn you, we gotta be careful with how much, what's the word, I already said it earlier, but how much real estate we're spreading around here. I can only spread my influence so far. If you want to expand our control, you need to get stronger. Tell you what, here's what I'm thinking.
Oh, sorry. I talked at the same time.
That's okay, we share a brain.
That's true. You know I love power.
Oh, yes. That's why I picked you in the first place. Got common goals. But it looks like our allies that we've been shoved with have similar goals as well. That is a resource that we have yet to tap into.
So you're saying I can increase my own power by tapping into theirs?
Yeah, something like that. Here's what I want you to do.
Maybe.
I think you need to get a little out of your comfort zone. I want you to go make some friends. And not in the way that we're used to making friends. I'm talking real friends. Bonded ones. People that can rely on you. People that you can rely on. After
What's
all,
the catch later?
I don't know. Do you think there's a catch? I don't see one. If you do, though, feel free to fill me in. After all, we are a team.
And how is making genuine friendships going to make me, personally, beyond perhaps the influence that I would have over them, more powerful?
Well, think about it this way. How did we end up here?
Roland killed the people that I actually had connections with, and then indentured servitude was our fate.
Oh, no. I'm thinking a lot more recent, but that does... Yeah, that would apply here, too. There's a reason why I picked you. I picked you to do these things. We both want the same things, but separate. A heck of a lot weaker. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do half as many of the beautiful, bloodthirsty things that we do. The same goes in return. Your abilities relate to mine. Plus, the whole reason why this conversation's happening is because you bit off more than you can chew, and now we are unconscious. Left to the fates of some nuns.
Ugh. Don't remind me.
All I'm saying is that grab a little assistance here and there to do some of the dirty work. Maybe we get a lot further, a lot quicker.
Rebuild my
blood and
guild
less
from the
time.
ground up, then.
Certainly. Though probably not much of a guild. They could put names on stuff that's not really been working out for us. We'll keep it simple. Join the others. Get to know them more. Let them put their faith into you. And by them putting their faith into you, they put their faith into me. And that, when the time is right, will be their downfall.
I see what you're saying now. When they trust us, it'll be easier for you to get in.
Oh, absolutely.
Take the former Captain Lovegood, for example. You're already in him, but if we were to be trustworthy to him, you'd be able to take control?
I think his name was Love Dump, but yeah, basically.
I can't be bothered to remember his name.
Really, that surprises me. I remember the names of all my victims.
It's the faces I prefer to remember. Names have little meaning once someone is dead.
He looks up at the metaphorical ceiling for a little bit and looks back to you as yeah, fair enough.
So, with that plan in mind, then, you mind helping me wake up a little earlier than expected?
I'm not a fucking wizard, buddy. Sadly, nothing I can do right now. We just gotta wait for you to wake up on your own.
I'm just kidding.
What? What did you say? You better watch it, mister. I will turn this car around.
I just want to say, by the way, the voice is so good. It reminds me of Imperfect Cell.
Yes, that's
in,
exactly where I'm
Grace.
going. I was going for with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
hold
I
on.
should start just absorbing people and see if we can become perfect. we just end up with a Brawltor who talks like perfect self.
As you can see, I am now perfect.
If we're looking for androids, we are in the wrong continent. We need to go way more north.
Cormac
We
transforms
way
just like, check out my perfect form. It's perfect.
It's just Cell Max.
Oh god, no.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
guys, I got Dragon Ball in the brain for everyone.
Cell, but
Yeah.
red.
Blame me.
So real.
All good.
Alright. So,
He's
cool,
going to
nice.
finish up the conversation by saying, "Oh, one more thing. That whole going unconscious thing and putting both of our lives at risk. Don't do that again. And I'm not saying that just casually. I made it. Do not do that again. I may have chosen you to carry out my bidding, but if you play around with my powers too much, I got plenty of other candidates willing to take the bait. Just think about that for a little bit until we wake up. Why don't you?"
Your concern has been noted.
Excellent. Now, if you don't mind me, I want to take a nap. And he just passes out. He's just full on snoring.
Cormac just rolls his eyes.
Contemplating his life, meanwhile, Walter.
Yep. All right. And with that, we fade away from Cormac's imagination. And now, we're going to go back over towards our cliffhanger. So,
Oh boy.
Strays and Amagiri. The two of you are currently standing within King Shennick's observatory, located within his castle, which he calls Fort Whiteclaw. Currently, the two of you are invisible, and by all intents and purposes, should be invisible to the naked eye. However, after realizing that you are not alone within this observatory, it seems that this tiger man claims to be the leader of this land here has revealed that his eyes are not that of the naked eye, and that he can see you.
His eyes are fully clothed.
Indeed.
Oh no.
Not the clothes.
Not my clothes.
And so, I don't exactly remember off the top of my head what he said last time before we cut off, but I'll go ahead and say that we will begin this scene with him looking in the direction of you two and saying,
It was literally that I am gone for mere minutes and already thieves are in my room. Or something
"You
like
have
that.
what in your room?
Thieves.
There's thieves in your room?"
In your room. In his room. Like King Shennet's in his
Oh.
observatory.
Sorry, I thought you were interrupted to say, like, "Yeah, there's thieves in my room." I'm like, what?
No,
Okay.
no, that
Go take
was
care of
what
that.
he said the last time. The last thing that he said before we ended.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you remember that then. Okay. So, in that case, what did the two of you do in this scenario? As far as you two are aware of, seems that you two have been made by the one guy you don't want to be made by.
He just stepped into the room from what it looks like, correct?
Yes, he is about 15, 20 feet away from you guys, like over towards the entrance, just eyeing the two of
I
you.
think if he literally sees us, I think I'm gonna need to do one thing, and that's I'm gonna cast suggestion and say, "Follow my orders" as the command.
Okay.
Wait, is my DC for flame spells on? Let me check really quick. Combat. It should be only a 21 for the DC. Wisdom save.
Okay. So you look over in his direction, say, "Follow my orders," as you cast the spell. The spell immediately fails. He takes 2 steps forward, looks you dead in the eyes, and simply says, "No, I do not think I will." Neat trick.
What's my plan?
Very neat trick. However, I am not such a weak and feeble mind like many of the others you run into. So,
You're saying cast feeble mind on you.
tell me again, what are you doing in my observatory?
As I would walk over, I would be standing there with the book in hand, just looking at it, and looking up to him and like, considering what kind of interesting things you research. And that's the reason why you're held up in the castle all the time. Should be enough to get curious about it.
Other things? I did not know that you were an intellectual. Though with that kind of magic you're throwing around, that does make sense.
Considering this realm, I don't think it's a normal thing to be able to do that. Having this kind of magical power, I'm surprised that you have it compared to all the others here.
There are a few reasons why I have gotten to my position. My abilities certainly helped. Now I say again, why are you really just for my research, or does something else bring you to my city?
For the
Already
first
heard
purpose.
rumors of travelers arriving into town. It does not happen very often.
Considering all the odds, I would say gathering information is definitely the first kind of thing that we are here.
Information, I see. He takes 2 more steps forward. And what are you using the information for?
That's
Plan
sadly
on
something.
using it against me?
Well, the odds are different. And time is not on our side. Amigiri was standing next to me, correct? Also looking through the files.
Yes.
Well, then,
Amagiri, are you still looking through the files as this is happening, or are you just...
Oh, still looking
Saying
through
it
the
doesn't-
files? No.
Okay,
no.
okay.
He's been talking. That'd be funny. I'm just
like the two that were,
ignoring
you're
his
just like, fuck, where is it? Where is it? Where? There's gotta be some more good stuff here. Like,
It'd just be funny, like
Those are
they're
my-
having the whole conversation, and I'm just like looking through it, like, oh. I was
Well
gonna
then.
say something kind of funny if he's like, "What are you doing here in my
was-
observatory?" It's like,
Yeah.
observing.
well then, it was definitely interesting meeting you like that. But the time is short. And with that, I'm gonna dimension door out of there, both of us.
okay. With that, you grab Amagiri's arm, holding these bits of research that you have snagged from the observatory, and the two of you immediately teleport outside of the castle. Where exactly do you go?
The location that we started, like the more protected area where I did the scouting mission first. So around good, what was the range again? Like 400 feet away from the castle, around that.
Okay. So with that, you bamf outside of the castle, landing right outside where you guys had met up at the base of the castle in order to make your entrance. And yeah, you guys seem to be free from his clutches. What do you want to do now?
I look at Amagiri. We need to get out of here. Fast. And just for safety, I'm gonna cast invisibility 3rd level on both of us, that we are invisible as we go away. So no
Okay.
normal eyes can see us.
Very nice. All right, so two of you turn invisible, and you just begin booking it back to town to meet up with the rest of the group, leaving some heavy footprints along the way. Though the winds are pretty
I'm
hefty,
flying.
so you are flying. I forgot you could do that. Is Amagiri also flying?
To kind of put him off the trail a bit, I'm gonna do 2 misty steps.
Okay.
Just so that the footprints aren't like.
You just make like a
kind of
double
really
zigzag teleport. Just
Yeah.
It's like,
just to
yeah, he
throw him
won't
off
he won't figure this out. Just going 60 feet in front of you. Amazing.
Hey, can already do more than one dude of Game of Thrones that didn't was not able to run in a zigzag.
The funniest thing would be like if he was just looking out the window and sees you do that.
Part reverse.
Yeah, actually, that's a good timing then. As you two begin to run away, the camera pans over to the entrance of the observatory. As King Shenik goes over towards the balcony connected with the observatory and watches from a distance, examining the horizons. And immediately some guards rush into the chamber and says, "King Shenik, we heard the disturbance. Is everything all right?" "Yes, everything is fine. I need you all to send all of your guards down to the city. Lock it down. No one leaves. I want them alive." And with that, pan over to the rest of the group.
I would actually
do
do something as we run away.
Right.
And I'm gonna cast message to tell them that the plan went insanely wrong way.
Remind me what the range
Okay,
of
is it
message
possible to
is,
do
because I'm
sound?
pretty sure you're very far away.
You need to be within like 120 feet, I think.
Yeah,
of
I
the
don't
person
think
that
it's.
you're
I
trying
don't
to
think you can
message.
do that long range with just a message.
wait,
You would
wait,
need
it's
like
just-
sending
I think
for
you're
that.
thinking of sending.
Yeah, wait, do I have enough for sending? That's the question. What level was it again?
It's a
I
third
have too many
level
spells.
spell.
What?
It's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah, I don't have spell slots for that. Fuck, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna go out to meet up with them. Speaking of meeting up with them, we're gonna meet up with the other members of the group, being Chio, Martia, and Selfie. As the three of you are still outside the Chapel of Vosh. Now, I will be honest, for this scene, I could not find a battle map that I liked in time, so this is all going to be theater of the mind for this scene. As you guys are still in the main level of the chapel, there are still there's still the basement level that you guys have not looked into, as the three of you are have just finished dispatching of the other priests here. As we discussed before, Chio has an assault rifle now, which is great, which has some blessed ammunition, which will be very convenient for later.
I believe
But,
we
yeah.
had gotten one of them to surrender.
Yes, they were going to lead us to where they would take where go.
Where Cormac was.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got one of them to surrender. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes now. Yeah, he's still full health. Yeah, okay.
Saw everyone else die and was just like, please don't.
So he's gonna look over to the three of you and say, so what do you want me to do again?
As
You are-
Chio will take the vestments from the dead priest and transform into him.
Oh, that's I love that. Yay.
Martia is going to grab him by the shirt as her hand is still covered in the priest's brains that Chio is currently impersonating. And she's going to say, "You are going to lead us to where they took our friend now."
All right, it's just in the basement level. We'll warn you of the others. They will not give your friend back quietly, most likely.
Well, yes, that's where you're going to lead us, and you're going to lead the charge.
Well,
Charge?
let's see if we can't resolve this more peacefully first.
Fine, but I want him as human shield.
Don't worry. You'll have him.
Okay. And I'm going to be keeping a tight grasp on this guy. If I have to make a grapple check, so be it.
Okay, so you just grab the back of the dude's robes, and you all begin making your way down into the basement level. The basement of this chapel is very cold and damp, mostly made out of stone, with little bits of old wooden furniture about. Mostly like a small storage room where these guys keep basic supplies, vestments, things like that. But towards the back of the basement area, there seems to be a slightly rotted wooden door that goes into a smaller room. And you hear two individuals having a very muffled conversation on the other side. This priest will point to the door and said, "Your friend is in there."
Is there anything I should be aware of? If I happened by any surprises, it'll be your head.
I'm going to grab him by the back of the head.
Oh, okay. I know. I think the other two nuns are in there right now. That's all I really know. It's they're room of penance.
Right. Very well. As Chio will open the door.
Okay. You open the door and you see a relatively small 15 by 15 foot room. And you see three individuals in this room. You see two of the nuns that you guys had well, actually, you guys didn't get to see these the nuns here. There are two women completely covered head to toe in this royal, almost like a velvety robe fabric. One of them is dressed primarily black. The other one's dressed primarily white. Their faces are covered with these very thin veils. And they are both holding, well, one of them is holding a very long-looking, sharp scythe. The other one has her scythe draped over in a corner, and she is holding some sort of barbed whip. As you immediately realize, looking about this room here, this is a full-on medieval torture chamber. There are all sorts of just evil doohickeys and tools scattered about here, and you see Cormac unconscious and heavily bloodied, strapped onto a leather and wood table. And yeah, he's just out. And it seems that these two were just waiting for him to wake up as you guys open the door.
Pinky.
As Gio will say, sisters, unfortunately, we're going to have to release this one. I've been instructed to take him to King Shenek myself. We'll have our own time with him later.
Okay. Perception check. Not persuasion. Blech, words. Persuasion check, please. I can't talk today.
Question, would that not be deception?
Oh, you're right. I'm foolish. Yes, that would be deception.
Okay. My deception
I am
is so much
dehydrated. I will fix that now.
32.
What the fuck?
Expertise.
Yep.
Yo, this song is kind of groovy.
Oh yeah, it's the fucking Command and Conquer Red Alert soundtrack.
Hell yeah.
Dope stuff.
Also, Pygo, if you cast guidance, that will be verbal and somatic, meaning, and you have to touch Chio in order to do it. Meaning we cannot be hidden.
Yeah. Thankfully,
don't
Chio
think
does
Chio
not
needed
need it.
it.
No.
Yeah.
Holy
And
shit.
it will be heard.
For context, for anybody who doesn't know, the guidance spell is a spell that is used to help help people out with their rolls. However, it involves you basically casting, "Hey guys, I'm casting guidance." So if you're trying to lie to someone, don't do that. It's not like Baldur's Gate where it just automatically adds it to all of your rolls.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate is kind of the exception.
It's like, hey guys, we're gonna have to take his body. Also, magical assistance. Like, it's like just that kind of ruins the surprise.
Yeah, but Baldur's Gate has ruined a lot of perception of a lot of D&D rules, and I have a lot of beef with that game.
That's okay. They gave us Astarion, so it's fine.
Is it?
He's pretty neat. I think he's neat.
Thank you, Darius.
You're welcome.
Thank you, darling.
Anyways,
Oh,
so
well,
the
yes,
two
thank you.
the two nuns will look at each other very suspiciously, but then their suspicion immediately breaks as one of them gets like really disappointed, like, oh dang it, I was getting ready to I was so looking forward to torturing the heretic. I wanted to see what his insides looked like. All right, fine, take him. And they'll like unstrap him from the table and just toss his unconscious body onto you.
As Chio will pick it up and say, I know, but patience grants the sweetest rewards. Don't worry, we'll have our chance.
That it does, brother, that it does. You're right. Just be sure to bring him back if the king decides to spare him. We would love to have a session with him.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure of it.
All right, and with that, you
As-
take the body
yeah.
as you guys get the fuck out of there.
Yep.
Because the nuns are going to follow you out.
Oh,
So
damn it, I wanted to crush that guy's skull.
We'll get the chance, don't worry.
these two are going to follow you guys out. Are you guys just like booking it, or how are you guys exiting the premises?
So, I think we'll just walk out and exit, and once we get to that exit, Chio will turn and say, I don't know what he was here for, but just in case we have more unexpected visitors, I would prefer you to stay here to ensure this holy place isn't broken into. Somebody needs to stay and protect this place, yes?
That'll be another deception check, please.
Alright. 17.
Okay. Now they're starting to get a little more suspicious. One of the nuns will step forward and says, well, if we're here to defend the place, what about the other priests? Are they not able to tend to their posts?
Well, we're going to need to escort this one to King Shenik. So some of us will be taking this one so that if somebody tries to save him, let's say, we can fend them off. And then some of you will need to stay here to protect these holy grounds.
Well, you do bring up a good point. Alright, we'll stay behind for now, though we will be hearing back from King Shenik very soon, yes?
Yes, of course, sisters.
Wonderful. In that case, you all have a pleasant evening, and wish the king our gods.
I will do that. Thank you.
Awesome. As two groups separate, you guys exit the chapel and get the fuck out of there.
Yep. And once we're in a secluded enough spot, I'll go ahead and nod to Martia that she's free to do what she wants with our captive there.
I want to crush his skull. Like Omni-Man.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to kill Cormac.
No, not Cormac, the prisoner.
Not the priest.
Oh, I thought you were talking about it. I thought you were talking about it. It's like, all right, what do you want to do with this guy now? It's like, I'm going to fucking kill him.
Jesus.
I forgot the guy was still there.
Cormac ourselves. Holy shit.
Look, if I did that to Baz, I would give him all 7 Dragon Balls.
Holy
You're
shit.
giving me more than that.
Oh.
You're in my Monster Hunter campaign.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
You know what else you're going to be giving me?
no.
Your life.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
We're even
Please
now.
No, I actually enjoy playing Milo, which is very rare for me on the first time making a character.
Oh. But yes, so Chia will let Martia do as she pleases with our captive cleric.
Insert only man crushing guy's skull gif.
Okay, I will say for the sake of the scene, I will go ahead and let you do this as you just like grab this dude and say, wait, no, I thought you had it! And just fucking crush the dude's skull. Rest in peace, that
Brutal,
guy.
but effective. As Chio will switch back out of the vestments and change back to the form of an old beggar. That's right. That's what she was beforehand.
All right, so now
Well-
that you have Cormac... Oh, you were going to say something. Never mind.
No, actually, that is a good point. We do have Cormac, so let me go ahead and let's burn a first level. And where is it? I'll give him a good cure wounds.
Damn, 20 healing.
Yep.
On a
That's
first
pretty
level
good.
is crazy.
Yep.
All right,
Alright,
Cormac.
it's 2d8 now.
All right, I'm awake.
Welcome back to the land of the living, yeah.
Hey.
You find yourself out in the middle of town, surrounded by your allies. Most of them, at least.
Amatia's hand is covered in 2 sets of brains.
Cormac, upon waking up, begins the the incantation to cast Dimension Door, but interrupts himself as he realizes who he woke up to.
Oh. We
Oh.
also...
Oh, let's
Rip.
see it.
Yeah. We
What
managed
happened?
to...
Oh, Zork's gone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that.
We
That's
managed
just
to
streamer
rescue...
mode. I was not
But,
expecting you to rescue me, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I wasn't about to let you die. You are my ally, after all.
Yes. Thank you.
He's back.
Oh,
It kicked me from the call.
Plus, we'd expect you to do the same, even if not because we're allies, but because, well, we all know a bit too much to be left at the hands of, well, anyone, really.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to say because we're friends.
Oh, Cormac. Friends are an interesting thing.
Are you
why
even
you laugh.
capable?
Of course I'm capable. I told you, Roland killed all of my friends, didn't I?
Friends
Anyway,
are associates.
Let's get somewhere safe, shall we?
Absolutely. Though, we are going to have to go back and finish off at least those nuns.
Mm.
They're expecting a word back from the king, since I got you out under the guise that you were to be delivered to him. So we can't let them go on living for too long, or else they might tip someone off that something's afoot.
Good point. Then let's.
Yes, for now I think we should leave the city and get back to base.
Indeed. Give it a night, then tomorrow we could finish them off.
And we attempt to leave the city.
All right. That you guys do. You guys begin making your way through the dead streets, despite the hellish onslaught of gunfire that just occurred at the local chapel. Surprisingly, the streets are pretty clear, as no one's really out and about this hour. And you guys already know the good routes to like avoid a lot of the guards around town. And so you are able to get out of town pretty easily, I would say. And I'll say as you guys make a bit of distance away from town itself, the four of you end up running into the other two members of your group along the way, just as you guys are getting to your headquarters entrance. At this point, all 6 of you are now together.
Well, how did it go on the other end of things? Things went...
Well, considering that we are invisible, we should be the one approaching them. So yeah.
Fair.
I would think you guys are wise enough to at least see the footprints of one of you.
No, that's
there's an
also,
invisible
I'm
person
agreeing. Go
approaching
ahead.
us.
I give Sorg the stage in that case.
We
Sorry.
approach. Well, am I able to? So we're outside the city, all right? And so
Yes.
I'd say, well, the plan didn't go super smoothly, unfortunately. We had a little meeting with the I know it's the king, I believe. He seems to be a what I know him's like what was the race of people that were the
He's
animal folk? The beast kin or
kin.
something?
Kin.
Kin? Like, I believe he's a kid. He has the look of a tiger. But unfortunately he knows of our existence now. Or at least me and Strays.
Wonderful.
To put it more simple, our plans of infiltrating and all that, forget about that. Then he has multiple abilities to prevent that kind of stuff. So far, his mind is probably stronger than the average person. He's also a magic caster that and he can see through to your true core. So any kind of deception is probably useless. I look at Gio and Cormac as I say that.
Cormac's just covered in wounds.
Chio was in the middle of taking a swig from one of her bottles and just freezes with the alcohol. Now she's not swallowing anymore. The alcohol's just running down her face as her heart just sinks to the floor as soon as you say that they can see to your true core.
Martia yanks the bottle out of her hand.
We have an alternative.
You do?
Yes.
Hold on a second. I wasn't gonna mention it. I've been furious. Now don't go make plans after you failed the last one miserably and you still don't give us any answers. No answers are given. Why you didn't call us in?
I didn't get the chance to. I got gunned down by a surprise ambush.
You were there more than 1 minute. The fight was long.
Initially, there were only 3, and then 4 more came from downstairs and gunned me down.
From what I remember you're pretty easily able to send us messages. We've done that down the well.
It doesn't exactly understand this. Doing that requires time. It's not an instant spell. They ran upstairs and they shot me immediately.
Immediately. You got one-shotted by a bunch of nuns. That's what you're saying? So you're weak?
They're Boscovian nuns.
Do not call me weak!
They're not exactly weak in themselves. We are a very powerful nation.
Either way,
Churches
you
are
should have
just as
called
strong.
us. We were right
I'm sorry,
there,
I'm
and we
breaking
waited for
character
the
for
right
saying
sign.
that was fun.
Right? We waited. We were there. We were prepared. And there was nothing.
Perhaps the rapid fire machine guns should have been a signal.
I knew
No.
it was going to happen.
You told us
and I took
clearly,
the steps.
don't go in unless I say so. And we
Those
trusted
were not
you.
my exact words.
Those were your words. And with your friend Stress said, we need to trust because we're a team. We're building trust here. You completely broke our trust. And you expect us to follow your next scheme?
It wasn't my scheme I was going to bring up. I was going to mention your meeting with the rebels. If you had let me
For
talk,
one
I would
time,
have
I
suggested.
want to hear from someone
let's-
else here. You failed us
Could-
for one. You need
Could
to
we
build
stop
our
this
trust.
nonsense of conversation, please,
It
and
is
get to the
nonsense.
point?
Yes, right now we're on the back foot. We've bungled 2 different missions, and the last thing we need is to create more rifts in this group and make us work less efficiently together. We need to come together and figure out exactly what we're doing from the bottom up. Things are not working as planned. We need to scrap everything, start fresh.
Okay, before we go, let's get back inside. I don't know how you guys can handle this temperature from the looks.
Oh, I thought we were
I'm-
already inside.
Freezing.
We met
Let's
on the way.
get in.
Here's my home.
All right, you
yeah,
guys
I
head
will
back
say
inside
one last.
then.
When
Go
we
ahead.
get inside, I'll say one last thing, or at least Cormac will say this. I will tell you one last thing, Selfie. Even I can be surprised. I am not invincible. I will admit that. I am not even the strongest. Though I enjoy what I do, I was caught off guard. I apologize if you thought that I was something more than I am. But even I cannot withstand a hail of fire from that many guns.
All I know is that for far too long, we gave you the opportunity to make the decisions. Now I want to hear from Chio, Stress, Martia, Amagiri. You made your peace.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna go to the more
Understood.
important situation now than this kindergarten or whatever this show is that you two have at the moment. From the intel that we gathered,
I'm
from the
gonna
intel that we.
Damn it.
pause the session by saying that argument just got us 10 gifted subs.
No shit.
Thank you, man. Literally, as soon as Pygo said, "You made your peace," boom, money. Jesus, Mad Dog, thank you so much.
you, Mad Dog.
Crap.
Thank you, Mad Dog.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Anyways, back to my friends yelling at each other.
That's awesome.
Okay. Thank you, David. Okay, could we stop this kind of kindergarten that you two have?
Yes,
More
I would like
important.
to.
Intel that we gathered, as I already mentioned, King Shenek has multiple abilities to prevent deception or any kind of infiltration as well. How it looks like. One of my manipulation spells, I think Chio, you already used it once. Suggestion
Mhm.
is completely useless against him. So I figured probably any kind of mind manipulation of lower spell capacity is non-functional on him. Due to the fact he also saw through invisibility as I look over to Cormac as well, and probably saw both of us with any kind of incantation or any kind of spells that I could see on him. But
We can inherently see through it.
yeah, Maria, I found your little Minotaur friends in the prison of him in a beautiful environment. No, True Sight doesn't see through clothes. It only removes all kind of magical deceptions. So physical is still inactive.
I got Love Dom's face on me.
You do still have his actual face. That is the thing you did.
Well then additionally, he already got information about travelers entering the city, and he was already on a more cautious footing. As I grabbed the information about his alchemy that I grabbed with me, and who of you was exactly good in alchemy again?
Out of game, that would have been Selfie.
I know, but I'm asking as a
Selfie's
character
good.
because I don't
Yes,
know
and
that
I'm
as
saying it out
phrased that
loud as
directly.
I don't know if she's paying attention or not.
What?
Oh my god.
Who's the alchemy expert in the party, Pygo?
Oh. I don't know. No, kidding.
I'm literally holding a fucking alchemy book of full knowledge in front of you, and you say I don't know.
I have ADHD.
Grail.
Is that in character that you say I don't know though?
No, that's the other one that I have in character.
Okay. So you just didn't
what-
answer.
So I'm like, you're not answering to my question. Who knows alchemy?
Alright.
You're supposed to know by now.
Under his breath, he's just gonna say, maybe a signal wouldn't even have worked then.
Well then, nobody answers. It is what it is. Considering his nonsensical of creating life without a soul is blasphemy in itself, so considering that weird kind of topic.
Selfie.
But
from souls.
Real quick, selfie. As Strays says that out loud, that is oddly familiar to you. That sentence. The transfer of souls using matter. You have a suspicion you had a project that was very similar in the past.
Selfie will snap out of her own furious moment and will look over the professor. That's about it.
Okay. In that case, as you make the equivalent of eye contact with the professor, who has just wheeled up with the rest of the group, he says, "What kind of experiment was this?"
We went into his laboratory to gather information. He's like a very skilled alchemist from what I could see. And he was researching something about creating life without a soul. Something that shouldn't even exist in this world to begin with.
No, that's not
you-
entirely true.
Do you mind if I looked at said notes?
Sure, I already had a look through it pretty much. But here you go, Professor. And I hold the book to him.
We'll take and begin flipping through. In the meantime, Cormac, you were saying something?
Yeah, he said in response to hold on, Strays. In response to Strays saying that like soul manipulation magic shouldn't really be possible in this world, Cormac said that's
No.
not entirely true.
I said no, like no life without a soul.
Oh no, life without a soul.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
this
what the
is
book
not
was
exactly because soul transferring
Okay.
magic is a thing. That's the thing in most fantasy worlds. This is not magic. This is science.
Yeah, so literally it means there's no soul involved in the life.
This
so
is them
nothing at
trying to
all.
take something that is tangible and then make it like magic. That's my interpretation of alchemy. It's science that's made to act like magic. It's like it's vegan magic is the best way I can describe it.
And
so it
so
leaves a
for-
weird aftertaste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, it
and,
does.
For strays from the what was it again? The Ever After was the Feywild again. Sorry, it's a little bit of Ever
Yes.
After was the Feywild's equivalent. The soul is like the most important part, more than the body actually. So yeah. So I'm handing over the book to Professor Lichtenstein.
I rescind what I said then.
Okay. In that case, he's going to take a few moments to begin flipping through the notes here as you guys are having your conversation. And he is relatively silent for a little bit until he will glance up towards Selfie and says, "Selfie, you need to take a look at this."
Yes, what is it?
He will wheel over next to you and begin showing you the various notes of this project. The project itself seems to be nicknamed Project Opus, and goes into a lot of details about, like we were mentioning before, the idea of taking a body and creating life without a soul. And he begins pointing out certain equations and algorithms that these templates are showing. He says, "Selfie, do you recognize these algorithms? Because I certainly do." He will look up to you and says, "This is your work."
A philosopher's stone.
Excuse me,
so-
what?
Philosopher's Stone Project. This is our work.
I will not have this. It's my life's work. and Selfie
Did
do something that they never witnessed before, she'll shiver and even start tearing up because this is the most emotional thing
say
and most important she has.
this project? We worked years on this. They shut it down. How did they even
Well,
get
it looks-
this?
Well, it looks like they are fully in the project still, considering there are more of those books there, and they are recently active as well.
There's no way. This is impossible. The Emperor himself shut down our project himself.
It's worse than what we thought.
Oh, I didn't need to put the name on there. It said it twice. Oops. I forgot how
This
/me.
means
My bad.
this is not good. I can only think of two reasons why. Either the project was opened up after we were kicked out, which logically makes zero sense, or someone's continuing our work in secret.
Well, considering that, that doesn't sound really that great. But at the same
No,
time,
it is not.
It's way more than that.
we do have a lot of information about the castle. I know about every single nook and cranny of the whole castle, and we also got some presents. As I would grab out of my bag a diamond for the resurrection spell and go over to Chio. I
Oh,
think this
I'll-
one is the best in your hands.
it is indeed. I could definitely use this. In case any one of you happen to meet an unfortunate demise, as she'll kind of roll it around in her fingers before flipping her hand and causing it to vanish.
And lastly, we also got this one here. And I was pull out the chainmail, was it? Elven chainmail?
Elven Chain, yes, I believe so.
Elven chain.
Oh shit.
This one would be probably handy in somebody else's hands than me. With magic, I'm already better protected, but for the ones that are not that proficient in any kind of defense, it's more handy to get it.
Let's see, what would that
You're
set
treated as
my AC
proficient.
to? Right.
whatever,
I'm seeing
so-
it's what 14 plus Dex max 2?
It's 13 plus max plus 2, I think, or not. Wait, let me.
There's no
look it
dex
up.
limit on it, if I remember correctly.
It has.
No,
It has
there
a
is.
limit.
No, it does.
Elven, it's
Yeah.
adamant though, so it's also not giving you like the disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah,
you gain.
it's 13 in total plus Dex max 2, so that would
It does have a dex max.
right. Let's see. That Chio's already at 15, so that would not benefit her.
Okay. Well, as I said, it's not really useful in my hands. But anybody else who could use it, go for it. We got another little tool as well.
Well, we
But
could
yeah.
always hold on to it in case we pick up any additional allies. I think Cormac here has seen to dear old Captain Lovedump's defense.
Fair, so I'm gonna keep it for now.
For now.
Then I am not able to do something today. My magic is also limited per day, so tomorrow I can gladly create a beautiful one-to-one image of all the rooms of the castle and what we found out at scouting.
Perfect. We need some time to rest and recuperate anyway. I do have an idea for a plan, if you are all are interested.
Let's hear it.
So, scrap the whole astronomy thing. That's clearly not what he's pursuing. But, Selfie, you have a connection to this project, right?
More the connection. We invented it. Everything you
Perfect.
see here, it's all our original plan.
Then, if you wouldn't mind playing along, at least for now, we can offer aid with this project. Let's say that our friends that were caught here were just trying to see if the rumors were true. The whispers that we heard. Before we offered to lend any assistance. Then, you, I, and anybody else who would like to tag along can approach and offer our services towards this project. We'll get close enough. You'll be able to get a good view of how much more progress they've made and what exactly they've done. And we'll hopefully be able to strike when the time is right. Eliminating our target and, well, continuing with our mission.
Not to ruin your plan, but there is high chances they're aware of us. If they got the same papers we started, they might as well be informed about me and the professor.
Well, sure, but they don't know that you and the professor are there to kill them, now do they?
There is a risk that they'll simply take the two of them captive.
Well, there's a risk that they'll take any of us captive at any given point. You should know that well enough by now, Cormac, right?
Obviously. But no, what I'm saying is, from the sound of it, this Shinnick may be too on guard to trick that way.
Possibly. Though, it's always easier to gain assistance with a project from a willing subject rather than a tortured one.
He might as well know to take guard, and might as well also know our description. The moment they see us, they'll know who we are, why
Will
we're
that be-
really here.
And how would they know that we're here to kill him?
We haven't
Not to kill,
told anyone.
but we
Well,
started this project. They might know who we are, and our intentions are well beyond them.
Well, I think that Shinnick is a pragmatic sort. I don't think he's going to particularly care as long as he gets the help he needs.
well, I can do something in that kind of sense, first of all, to help you a little bit of getting to know how far they gotten. That's more of a DM question now, really. I would actually like to try to use a silent image to recreate the scene that I saw with the alchemy supply inside of his laboratory to show the professor and Selfie all the stuff I saw.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. So you're basically trying to like recreate his setup.
Yes, so that they see all the materials that I saw and all that. Also, what highlighted magical because of my detect magic and all that. All those little nits and cranny, if possible. And it's still pretty fresh in my mind.
Okay, awesome. You go ahead and make a full like 1-to-1. Well, not 1-to-1. You make a full
It's 15
scale.
feet large. So,
Yeah. A large scale diorama of the laboratory itself. Taking a look at what Strace is able to create here. Selfie, you see relatively familiar instruments about the laboratory, things that you would have used on a daily basis when you were working on the Philosopher's Stone project. Now, the setup is slightly different here, as From what you were able to deduce, you and the professor, as well as your other cohorts there, were very close to completing said project. You were just hitting that last snag that was getting in your way before it was shut down. So, looking here, having all the information in your head, remembering back to when you were a part of this project, it looks like from the diorama here, King Shennick doesn't have everything he would need in the laboratory to attempt what he has on the notes. Which is good, because it means that he's not going to be able to conduct any rituals or, actually try the experiment out. But because of how extensive the notes are, he seems to be one of the, more or less one of the researchers on this project. Less of, one of the people who are like truly like committing the project. So it seems he seems to be like assisting in the project rather than leading it. But that still leaves other questions open, like who King Shennick is working with on this project. It's obvious he's not working alone.
There was one question that comes to me first as I touch my face, specifically the scars, some that I may share with Martia. How close are they to the failed experiment compared to the actual lab we had back in the castle?
I would say roll an Arcana check with advantage.
Why are you Mark?
Modified 20, very nice. Comparing what you remember from your previous laboratory before the accident to the laboratory that you see here. Well, first up, before I tell you what you know, what exactly are you trying to discern? What are you trying to figure out here specifically?
So, the closest we ever got into fulfilling the experiment wasn't on the grounds of the castle. It was making a horrifying accident, turning our current professor into a bodiless brain. I want to know what are the odds they are going to follow the same path, and by that I can understand more where we're standing. Because if they are achieving the same point, it's not stable. It's danger grounds. But if they are closer than us, this is way worse in the long run.
So I would say with the modified 20, the laboratory itself is not like your previous laboratory. The one that you and the professor worked on was more of a laboratory that was designed for experiments. It was designed with the scientific method in mind. It was a lab specifically for testing. This is not a testing lab. This is specifically an observatory. This was initially built to study the stars and was slightly modified as time went on. So this, like I said, not being a testing lab, you would not be able to do that experiment again with this laboratory without some heavy changes. Possible changes, but changes nonetheless. With that being said, what sticks out to you more, though, are the notes themselves. The notes that the professor had shown you. About 80% of the work was from the Philosopher's Stone project. 80%. 20% was from something else. It involved a lot of math and other subjects that you had done heavy amounts of research in the past, but a couple of the equations were not things that you had initially thought of before, you or the professor. And after doing the math in your head, the equations make sense. Whoever King Shenik is working with on this project, they're close. Meaning, if you want to beat these guys to the punch on this experiment, you don't have a lot of time. Could be months, could be weeks, could be days. They're close.
There is something. There is something we haven't thought about before, and this time Selphie will turn to everyone. So, to achieve the goal of this project, you need test subjects. Many. A whole village even. Just to research and trial and test. I'll go back to the papers. Is there anything that talks about the test subject? Whom, what, where? This could be our best chance to infiltrate.
I would say... So are you trying to deduce if there is, how would I say it, like subjects that the king is using for the experiments?
Mm-hmm. Yes. To give us an example, one of our main test subject categorized as kin. We couldn't test on other species
Quick question.
because, oh yeah,
Did you say that out loud with the test structure and all that?
yes. Yes.
With my whole scouting of the castle, also like in the lower areas of the whole complex of it, did I find any people that could fit to those descriptions?
I would say...
There was that prison you saw, right?
There was the Minotaur, definitely, but yeah. But from the scale, yeah.
Stress. The only thing you can do for those test subjects to make it successful and accelerate the process is to use kin. The closer they are to look like an animal rather than us walking, talking, the more feral they get, the easier it is. Anything
Well,
like that.
Considering that they have a beautiful Minotaur, or like probably something like that, inside of a prison cell, but the prison cell was not any kind of shabby. It was luxurious, beautiful interior and all that. So it was taken care. I think Martia, it was the one that you met in the forest that you talked about even.
So a willing test subject, it sounds like.
Could be, or deceptive. He could talk about it, put him in the false security, and well, when the time comes, he gets used. That's how those nobles normally work in general with more rare subjects. Let's say like this. Would that be something like a target for those experiments? Let me just see if I can silent image. Can I also show people and modify it over time?
I believe you can.
Yeah, move spot within the range as a minute changes location. You can after appearance. Yes, as I would change it to the minotaur that I saw in the prison and like other people in the prisons that I saw as I scouted with the eye.
It's the same one, yeah? The same guy?
It is.
Gallus?
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, the two do match up. Yes, does seem to be the same Minotaur.
That's definitely the one I met in the forest. I think they could possibly know more than they're letting on. If he was so close to us and he's so close to the king, do you think it possible that he knows that who all of us are could be working together?
Considering you met him alone in the forest? They definitely know about the strangers that entered the city, so me going around and Amagiri going around with you guys is definitely not an option currently. I can disguise myself, but with the chance of him going around himself and seeing us together would break any kind of plan that we would have to infiltrate it. Of course, we could always go the more brutalish way, but that would be weird. Kill him and instantly replace him.
Well, like I said, if we pass you off as merely scouting to make sure the rumors are true, and try and pitch that we want to work with him, maybe we could get somewhere. That way, we don't have to dance around not having you two with us, or the possibility that he knows that we're working together.
We all did come to town together when we arrived, and the people were all surprised that there were travelers coming to town.
It may be a bit too late to try and pass some of us off as not associated with the others. He already knows that some of us did try to break in. The best thing we could do right now is damage control. Pass it off as something a bit more innocent than, harmful to him.
Where's Huzzah?
There is the matter of the attack on the church that we just did tonight.
You did what?
Oh, we
Don't
attacked
forget,
the church.
Amagiri and Strays never heard something about the plan. We were never there for the discussion. We were scouting.
They're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, we literally all the planning happened as we went off. The only thing that we know that is that Cormac wanted to do something in the night.
We attacked the church.
Sorry. Quick question.
Yes.
For Gallus. Where is Huzzah?
He's around. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really get a bunch of a chance to introduce any of the NPCs. You guys just jumped right into brainstorming, but he's around. He's just kind of listening. He's not really a strategist, so he's kind of just politely listening in the background.
Where's my pupil?
No, I'm busy.
Pick it up.
I'm going
Martia,
to
Azal
go-
would be perfect for that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go over to him and I'm going to say, so how much contact are you within with your boss?
Contact?
Okay, so no contact at all from King Ron.
I mean, he typically contacts me if he needs stuff. I don't really contact him though.
Okay.
Not really a mage. I'm just a soothsayer, you know.
All I think.
Thank you, Huzzah. Oh my giddy, he's all yours. No.
No!
Huzzah!
A warrior.
Huzzah! Before we let you out of this conversation, do you get any vision of this kind of occurrence here? In this kind of topic, with your visions?
You want my visions? I thought you didn't need them.
Okay, Cormac, he said that. I use all the tools.
I assume he was. He's doing that thing where he's like taking his two fingers and like poking them together in front of his hands. Like, I thought you was talking for the group.
Did
Gio
you ever
will...
see a group so discouraged and against each other currently because we are so different individuals that they literally one person can talk for everybody?
I never used the word we. I'm
At the
getting out
same
of it.
time, remember what I told you in the tiny hut.
Cormac goes to a different room. He doesn't like hearing the future.
So just to reiterate, you do want visions?
Yes, we do, or rather I do. I like to use the tools and abilities of all people that are gathered.
Okay, I can do that. It's been a few weeks. I haven't really been able to tap into them very much, so it might take me a little bit of time.
Take your time.
Okay, just give me a moment as I focus. You can keep talking. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Now, your plan, Chio, definitely piques the interest of mine. You would put me in a position in Damagiri of information gathering, and to your information, that would actually be fitting to what I told him. As we struck a little conversation, he realized I was an intellectual person, and I told him we are here to gather information, and that's the main purpose of it.
Perfect.
But everything else, I can't tell you. Well then, what is the idea of all the group? Amigiri, what is your impression of the situation that we had? I didn't get that chance to ask you.
Well, could I, like, I mean, I get that he's, like, probably very strong, but I could get an idea of how strong the king was necessarily from our encounter with him.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say you generally... Actually, roll an insight check.
Insight. Normal.
Question. Am I also able to do that? Like, get a feeling of it?
If you want, yeah.
Okay, absolutely.
Along the same lines, he's now been described what his powers are, what he looks like. Would Chio suspect that he's anything other than a kin?
Possibly. I would say that bit of knowledge would be a religion check.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And hold on, let me add guidance. Where is it?
So I'll go
Fine.
ahead and just lump this information all together then, since these are two topics that are very similar to each other. Strays and Amagiri. The two of you, upon your first meeting with King Shenek, know right off the bat that the man is very headstrong and very confident in his own abilities. Although he didn't really display a whole lot, the fact that he is not able to be charmed by your powerful magic strays is already signs that he will be an issue if combat would commence. Chio, you know this especially because of the 19 religion check. From the information that you've gathered from your allies here, he sounds like he fits the description of a Rakshasa. A powerful creature that disguises themselves as a kin, a creature from the continent of hell.
Guys,
Well,
I'd like to
whatever
say I
happened
called
there.
it.
That was a
I
concept
called it.
in the setting.
Yep. There are no
That's-
alternate dimensions in this world. Everything is a place that you can just go to.
As Chio's eyes widen as she was thinking for a moment, and she says, "Oh, he's a Rakshasa. He's not a kin, he's from hell."
Am I able to get know when Chio is saying Rakasha, any kind of information recalling from?
I would say that is also a religion check, though I would say Chio with a 19 would have the information that you would also get if you
Okay.
were rolled successful. So I'll go and just tell the group. Rakshasas, and I will have to talk details about it in specific with Pygo later, since I did not talk about Rakshasas in our world with her in prior to
To
this.
be honest, I thought I figure out by the way you talk it's something else. Now I'm not gonna say what it is because that's a major spoiler, but I am surprised.
Yes, so Rakshasas in this world. So hell is a place you can go to. And that is where the demons and the devils and the tieflings typically come from. It is a very hard to get to place where a lot of corrupted souls tend to linger and gather. And there are some corrupted souls that have the ability to take on the forms of clean souls, blending in with society and doing their dirty deeds as they see fit. And many, yep, many. No, you're good. Many historians call these fiends by various different names, though Rakshasa is the most common of said names. And they can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Typically, they take on the forms that of tigers or other sort of cat-like creatures, mostly any sort of kin, really. Most commonly, it's that of a powerful feline kin. In other words, big cats. But some Rakshasa have taken the form of other creatures like dogs, wolves, lizards, other things. They're very difficult to spot out. Their whole being is being able to disguise themselves and blending in, making it seem like they are just an ordinary guy, but that craving for power and wealth is what makes them stand out amongst the others, and what inevitably becomes their downfall. I will tell you a couple details about the Rakshasa that you guys would know, including a few known weaknesses, given that there was a 19 plus 2 for a 21. Is that right?
Yep, that'd be correct.
So, 3 major things that you guys would know about Rakshasa through the various bits of research you might have done in the past. Number 1, the immunity to any charmed effects that you have experienced firsthand. Also, the ability, having the sense of true sight is another thing that you witness. Another thing is they are infamously difficult to deal with if you are a mage because of their magic resistance. Spells do not affect them unless they want them to. They automatically succeed saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and attack rolls of spells automatically miss them.
Holy shit.
However-
I'm useless against him.
However, they do have a weakness. and a weakness that you guys would be able to access if you have the Bless spell. If a Rakshasa is wounded by a weapon wielded by someone under the effect of the Bless spell, they are vulnerable to said damage. Magical weapon or otherwise.
Damn.
That is the number one weakness of a Rakshasa, is the fact that they don't really like holy magic very much. They're not vulnerable to radiant damage per se, but there's one little loophole that many clerics have used to weed out Rakshasa in the past.
Question.
Yes.
So you said that those guns have radiant damage on them because they were blessed?
That was my question too.
Correct.
Would that technically count since they're blessed weapons?
Technically, yeah.
There we go.
Okay, who wants the gun? It deals 2d6 piercing and 2d10 radiant.
Guns
Give
are
it,
so weird.
give it to. Oh wait, fuck. It's a martial weapon, right?
It's a gun, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
technically,
just
yeah, it
double
is a
checking.
martial weapon. I should say, yeah.
Because I was
There
gonna
are,
be like, give it to Strays since his spells won't work, but then I was like, wait, he doesn't have martial
Wait,
weapon proficiency.
He succeeds all saving and all attacks against him fail instantly.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious. Magic missile doesn't involve any kind of those things.
Nope.
I have a
Also-
question about that.
question.
So, first of all, I have the ability to enhance a weapon. Second of all, with my class, I can change materials, right? So, kind of go to the funny story about like, oh, if you add water to holy water, can you just make an infinite loop? Can I take parts of that gun and add it to other components and make that blessed as well?
Roll a religion check.
Okay.
Actually, roll religion, or I'll let you do Arcana with disadvantage. Your choice.
Religion is. I'll go with Arcana.
Okay. 27.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good choice.
Yeah.
What was that roll? Yeah, 14. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Always
Okay.
guidance as well, just to say fuck you to Gallus.
Yeah.
So I would say with your Selphie, you're very limited on your knowledge when it comes to holy blessings. You prefer your magic to be very straightforward, and you're not the biggest fan of divine magic, I would say. So not your expertise. However, you do know that in the way that you probably would have learned this from Martia, actually. The way that a lot of weapons are manufactured in Voshkov. Voshkov is known for having the worst quality of weapons, but the most quantity. They have factories, weapon factories, all over the continents, and in a very similar a fashion very similar to 40k, they have factory priests who literally bless the weapons as they come off the factory floor. And so, because of the way that they do these blessings, the moment you take the weapon apart, it no longer becomes a weapon, and it loses its blessing. It's not like it's like infused with holy water. It is like there is like a sigil that has been like etched into the weapon, and if you take the weapon apart, the sigil becomes nullified. So if you take the weapon apart, it's just gonna be a gun after that.
Okay. What about adding?
Adding blessings to it?
Adding materials to it.
It depends on the materials. If you're talking about just like regular weapon attachments, that is something that you could do. Though you'd have to be a little careful, as if you mess with the sigil that I mentioned before, then that would again nullify the enchantment. If we're talking about other enchantments on top of that, you wouldn't really be able to stack them because of how the magic works. So it depends on what kind of modification you're planning on doing.
Can we put this on the professor?
Oh. Yeah, you probably could.
Okay.
Wow.
So, as you guys are doing your bits of brainstorming, Huzzah will step forward and says, "Okay, I think I've focused enough where I'm ready to begin seance."
Then go ahead.
Okay, you're going to have to put your hand on my head. That's the only way for you to get a direct connection.
Chio will immediately put her hand on his head.
Grips his head.
Okay, okay, can't watch the scales. I will warn you, this can be a bit intense if you're not used to it, so get ready for a bit of a ride. Also, you're the only one that's going to be able to see it.
Oh,
Yes.
never mind. Just the one guy.
That's fine.
Wait,
I'm used
Chio,
to...
wait. Chio, is only one person's able to see all of this. Should I do it? I can literally make.
I mean,
All
I've
of
never
us see
had
what
two
I
people touch my head while I'm doing it. You guys can try, but I've never tried it.
Fine. Oh, I wanted to experience this, but you're probably best for it. As Chio will leave and open up the space for him to take it.
And I would go over and put my hand on Huzzah's head.
Now, one thing I should tell you before we do this. This is not the definite future. My visions are various forms of possible futures. Things could happen, things couldn't happen. Considering that you're going to see... Yeah, that thing, yeah. I don't know too much about how it works, I just know it does. And our king very likes it very much, and he uses it plenty. So, he got plenty of use for it, so I assume he thought it would be useful to you as well.
Well then, let's start.
Yeah.
Okay. You place your hand upon Huzzah's head, and Huzzah begins to slowly breathe in and out, focusing back of his mind. You feel his head begin to kind of twitch back and forth as your hand is pressed upon his forehead, and before you know it, your vision is sapped away from your own body, almost as if somebody had yanked your mind out of your body, and you feel yourself flown thousands of miles ahead. You feel as if you are being thrusted across the cosmos. You see timelines everywhere. Millions upon billions of alternate futures and pasts flow past you. The sheer amount of information flowing around you is almost overwhelming. But you're able to make out a few nicks, a few small details, visions. You're able to see them clearly. You see three. The first vision. Second. The first vision is the observatory. We're back there once again. Not sure if it's you watching the scene or not, but you see the observatory of King Shenik. It's dark. Moonlight shining in through the open hangar doors from up above. You see a man crawling on the floor, leaving a trail of thick blood behind him. That blood is coming from a familiar furred creature wearing decadent jewelry. You see King Shenik crawling for his life, bleeding out on the floor. Someone is behind him, but you can't make out who it is. They seem to be getting closer and closer. You see a foot rising up above the king's head as it stomps down. But before it makes contact, vision fades. Another vision. Much further in the future. See laboratory. Not like that of the observatory you had witnessed before. See a laboratory somewhere dark, hidden away. There's a man in this laboratory. Human descent. Older in his age, possibly mid to late 50s. Long gray hair. Bifocals covering his long nose. Looks skinny, pale, disheveled. Wearing a very stain-covered lab coat. As he is staring over this form up on a pedestal. A metallic bed being raised up above the laboratory. The ceiling opens as you see the sky, pouring rain, thunder all around. Pedestal rises up above the ceiling out in the open, stops as this assumed to be a scientist steps forward, grabs a long-looking lever, pulls it. Electricity begins to build in this place as he begins to laugh, and laugh. Last thing you see is what's on the pedestal. Massive hulking form. Humanoid. Definitely not human. Don't make out any details, but all that you can see are the hundreds upon hundreds of stitches holding the body together. The vision fades. Third vision. The final one. See another familiar face. Slightly older though. A little more disheveled. War-torn. See a man fighting for his life. On the verge of death. Coated in crimson. Much like the scene with King Shenik. This one is seen itself as more pitiful. He's slumped against a brick wall, the base of a mighty castle. He's watching someone walk away. As you turn to see who he's looking towards, you see two individuals. One of them is shrouded in darkness. The other one is massive. A towering form of red. Familiar form. One with red flesh, green eyes. You watch as the two forms walking away begin to merge to one. As they merge, the form turns into something new. They turn and look over into the direction of the dying man. Smile. Continue to walk. Look back over towards the dying man. It's a strike of lightning. Gives off just a bit of light. You recognize the figure. You see, dying, alone, Cormac Veltharan. The vision fades. Before you get to any other sights or visions, you are thrust back into your body, almost as if somebody just punched you in the face. Your body is sore, your head is throbbing. You feel like this well of nausea begin to build up into your stomach. Like you just got off the worst roller coaster ride ever. And you watch as Huzzah falls onto his rear and also begins to hold his head. He says, "Oh, they never get better."
Strays would stumble backwards a little bit after this experience, holding his head, shaking his as the wings start a little bit fluttering as on his head and like on his back. As it looks over instantly to Huzzah and then over to Cormac with like a pitiful look first. Oh wait, no, Cormac is not in here. Fair, he's not
No,
in
he's
here.
out the
different
room.
room.
Yep.
Yeah, Martia and
I would-
Cormac left.
As I would look where they went to. That is an experience I don't want to experience again, but I probably will in the future. Huzzah, you did great.
Thank you, thank you. If it makes you feel better, they do get a little easier as the more you do them. Not for me though, they tend to get worse.
I think we should give Huzzah a snack.
Yes, please.
Your snack is more
Because
training.
Strong.
The wooden sword starts flying in front of him.
Hit him with a wooden sword.
Pick him up, pick it up.
But yeah, oh my god.
Training time, motherfucker.
Can somebody ask the other twos if they want to see and tell Cormac? It is important for him to know one.
I don't think he's going to want to know that.
I don't care, go ask him.
Okay, I'll go ask him. As Chio will leave the room and go to where Cormac is.
Lovely. Chia, you go over into the other room as Strays informs the rest of the group on the visions that he had witnessed. We're going to go and pause for a bit. We're going to take a 5-minute breather here as we are reaching the end of our session. So we're going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to run to the bathroom, grab a drink, all that good stuff. And then we will continue with the last half hour or so of our session. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. Before I leave, just a general check-in. How's everybody doing?
I am not doing great. I was
Oh,
about
no.
to DM you and ask if I could head off a little early because I have nearly passed out twice this session.
Yeah,
That's
she's
okay,
not
yeah.
doing great.
That's okay. If you need to go, that's
To be honest, I'm
perfectly
kind of
fine.
in the same boat, so I would like to maybe finish early, if that's okay.
Okay. All right. In that case, let's pause the scene. Let's instead of taking that break, let's have this one last scene with Chio and Cormac, and then we'll wrap it up there. Sound good, everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Chio.
As
You-
Chia.
Yes.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. I was gonna say you walk over to one of the other side rooms, which I should get a reminder. This place is still pretty empty, since you guys haven't really had much time to really spruce up the place.
It
So
has
you
some
just
furniture out of stone.
fair enough. So you go over to a room with let's just say that there's like a singular chair and a bookshelf, both made of stone, just in this room, and Cormac is just chilling in the chair.
Actually,
Oh, okay.
you would see there's a shitload of claw marks all over the wall right now, and Cormac is standing there panting, looking absolutely pissed.
Oh, Cormac! As Chio will skip into the room.
The claws
Hey,
go back
buddy.
in as you enter the room.
Chio will put her arm over his shoulder and say, "So, we found out a couple things, but since we're friends, apparently, I'm going to keep them from you, as you asked. Strays told me that I had to tell you something important. But you like the mystery, don't you?
Normally I do.
Well,
But considering the
it's your choice.
situation we're in right now.
Oh, it doesn't quite have to do with the situation we're in right now. Something more far into the future.
You seem to be rather pleased by it.
Not pleased. But just friendly. Come, where's your sense of merriment? Where's your sense of mirth?
Overwhelmed by my intense rage.
I got you. I got you. So, do you want me to keep it a secret or not?
Just tell me before
Very
I
well.
change my mind.
As Chio will relay the vision that concerns Cormac.
Lovely.
Does Cormac even need to say anything to Vraltor after hearing this?
That's up to you, man.
Are you cheating on me? No, I'm just kidding.
Damn, first plagiarism and now cheating.
Damn, this relationship gets worse and worse every day. No, every hour.
Amazing.
Here's what I'll say to Vraltor internally. Who the fuck is that? A better host? I'll kill them.
That's me. Is that me talking to me? I'll fucking kill me.
Amazing. Are you saying this just out loud, or are you referring to Vraltor in this moment?
Well, Vraltor sees my thoughts, so like.
He does,
No,
but
I
he
wouldn't
also
say it out
knows.
loud.
He
I
also
wouldn't say
knows
it out
when
loud.
he's talking to you, or when you're talking to him. So
Yeah, I'm talking to him. I'm not saying this out loud. The others don't know about the thing inside me being its own entity.
okay, in that case, you're just gonna hear, "Don't ask me. Your guess is as good as mine."
So someone we've yet to meet.
Yeah. All right. Is there?
So someone
Oh,
else
okay.
walks off with my power. I say that out loud to Chio.
It would seem so.
And these visions. Are they set in stone?
Absolutely not.
Good. Then nothing to worry about, because I'm not going to let that happen.
Well, just in case, I've got your back.
Thanks. He smiles. He forces himself to smile, and he says, "Friend."
That's what we are now, isn't it?
Is it like a creepy, awkward smile?
He normally has like a shit-eating or like a shit-eating smile or like a smirk when he naturally smiles. This is him trying to have a normal smile and failing.
Yeah, this time Chio's the one with the shit-eating grin. Well, to be honest, I'd rather you have the power than some unknown figure in the future. Better the devil you do, right? So, if anybody comes to try and take that from you, however that works, you know I have your back.
About the signal not being sent out earlier. I thought I had him dead to rights.
Oh, I know. That gunfire was so loud I heard it over my own drunkenness.
I'm not nearly powerful enough to withstand that many bullets.
I hardly think anyone is.
But I did fail. I will not be going in so haphazardly next time.
Failure really is the greatest teacher, isn't it? Take it from me, a professional failure.
Got any more of that wine?
Oh, plenty, as she'll pull another bottle from her bag and hand it over.
How many do you have remaining?
I have 7 remaining.
I'm just gonna
Damn.
I'm just gonna uncork it and fucking pound that shit.
Awesome. As the two of you begin drinking, all of you hear a knock at the door.
At the hidden door, completely embedded into a wall that is a stone.
Yes.
That's
Damn.
not supposed to happen.
Hey, would the time that we were chilling here talking have been long enough for a short rest?
I'd say so, sure.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I actually need to use that as well because of a beautiful wizard feat called Arcane Mastery, was it?
Arcane Recovery.
Arcane Recovery. What was it again? Arcane Recovery again.
Yeah, it gives you a certain amount of spell slots.
All right, stop.
back.
I'm licking my hand. Gross.
Can have combined the level equal to no more than half of the slot.
So who's gonna answer the door?
I'm pretty
So
beat up.
I regain a level 5 spell slot. Yay!
Martia will answer the door. Let's go with Martia, sure.
Lovely.
Wow, I'm getting the same rolls here. What the fuck? I mean, hey, I'll take that 11 each time.
If you want, I could enter the door disguised, but Martia is also very intimidating and might scare off anybody.
Martia opens the door because I said it.
I was also
Now
busy as
fully-
anyway, so I guess that is wonderful.
Before that happens, I would probably cast invisibility on me and Amagiri.
Okay.
Okay,
I should've just
So
pressed
as
that
all of
button.
you begin preparing yourselves for what might be on the other side of the door, Martia, you are the brave one to go over and answer said hidden door. You open it. I assume I was going to say weapon at the ready, but I forgot that you punch people. Fists at the ready. And
Always at
on
the
the
ready.
other side of the door, you see a kin. That of a cat. Dressed in very heavy, a very nice looking cold weather gear. Almost custom made, a little on the heavier side, portly wise,
No.
and
No.
facial features of that of a
God.
tabby cat, and you see
Oh, no.
you
Oh,
see a
shit.
very
No, no, no.
friendly
Art for
faces
him.
like saying, "Hello there, oh hey, oh I can't believe I ran into y'all. Hey, don't you? I remember you. How's it going?" And he points over to Selfie in the
closes the
background,
door.
like, "How's it? No, wait."
Can you please let me in? It's really cold outside. It's Reggie.
Die.
And that is where we'll wrap up. That is where we'll wrap up
Wait,
for
it-
tonight's session.
Wait, that is for real? That is for real?
That's the real deal.
Why did you follow us from Houndia?
I gotta kill him.
I guess you'll have to wait for next week.
No, it's because Pygo made art for him.
Pygo was so distraught. Not only did Pygo, a friend of ours did some artwork of him, which I'm going to show on stream real quick.
Oh,
I believe this was oh god, please, Pygo, please correct me if I'm wrong. This was Kunst that did this artwork.
Yes.
Yes, our good friends
Wait, his
Kunst
name
made
is
this
Kunst.
fan art. No, yeah, our friend is named Kunst. Yes, Kunst. What's the full name?
God.
What was it? I'm gonna butcher this. Kunstgebilde, I think is their full name. But yeah, they did this awesome artwork. Our first fan art of this campaign of a random NPC I made up out of nowhere named Reggie.
Yeah.
And
Ask him next time if he's
now
German,
he's
because
back better than ever, and he's here to stay.
Stay,
Oh, no.
please, please.
I gotta kill him.
So next
Another
week,
member of the cult.
we are gonna see what the fuck Reggie's doing here, and it's gonna be a fun time.
No.
It's the king. Kill him.
I did have that thought of like he does kind of look like King Shettig a little bit with how he's dressed.
It's a disguise. You think
Oh
putting
my
on a few
God.
pounds will deceive me?
holy shit! One of my friends is playing Dark Souls on stream. What the hell?
Hell yeah.
Dang
I did not
souls.
expect her to play that.
Lovely. So it is
Love
that
that.
time of the stream for us to go ahead and go find someone to
Oh.
raid here.
Well, I wrote to you.
Yes, you did. I did see that. Thank you. Yes, we already have a raider in mind. We are gonna go ahead and send the love over to a good friend of ours, been around the VTubing scene for quite a bit now. A really funny guy by the name of Aegon VT.
Holy shit, Aegon. Okay. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's live. He's playing some Mugenics. I've heard a lot about this game, but I know nothing about it.
It's made by the guy who made Binding of Isaac.
That would explain why people are
Or
freaking out about
Dev
it.
team. The dev team.
That makes so much sense for Aegon.
Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So
Alright, yeah,
we're
I'm
gonna
down.
go ahead and
Let's
get that
raid 'em.
raid going. We're gonna go ahead and head out for tonight. We'll be back same time next week if everything goes well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We highly appreciate it. Mad Dog with the 10 gifts of subs early. If you're still around, thank you so much for that. Holy shit. You don't have to give us money. That's we appreciate it, but you don't need to do that. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
give
you,
me
my
that money
dog.
instead. No, I'm just kidding.
What the
Yeah, give it
Really
to Vaz.
appreciate
No.
that, my dog.
Yeah, give
Don't
it to
give-
me.
Don't give Faz money during the Monster Hunter campaign.
No, you
No,
gotta
don't.
pay
Yeah, please
money
don't.
during the
Any
Monster
other time is
campaign.
fine.
Because then you can
Any other
request
time-
monsters.
Oh
No,
my gosh.
no, you can't. That's a lie.
All right, it's time for us to raid. We gotta go. All right, Vaz, you ready?
Bye-bye. I am so
All right,
ready.
we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.